Where am I? Wasn't I just writing my thesis?
Your Majesty is awake.
Your Majesty.
We pay our respects to Your Majesty.
Drink up, Your Majesty. Your Majesty has quite the tolerance.
A hefty reward for whoever captures the Emperor. A hefty reward. After him.
To think that I, a history professor from a top university, have actually crossed over and become the cowardly emperor who fled south, despised for eternity. Zhao Song. Speak. Right now, what year and month is it?
Huh?
I mean, what is the current date?
Your Majesty just celebrated his 20th birthday banquet. Are you still muddled from the hangover?
What? Birthday banquet? Historical records state in the 882nd year of the Great Qian Dynasty, Zhao Song turned 20, was sidelined by the Empress Dowager, and became a puppet. The great General Han Fei should have turned the tide, but he found no way to serve his country and met his end at Fengbo Pavilion. This led to the loss of the realm, the Jin running rampant, and the nation crumbling. No, I absolutely cannot let history repeat itself. And I certainly won't become a
kowtowing emperor.
We pay our respects to Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, since the court moved south, His Majesty neglects state affairs, indulging in pleasure day and night. And yesterday he threw a lavish birthday banquet and passed out drunk.
His Majesty's behavior is indeed rather inappropriate.
With the Jin army pressing at our borders and the national treasury depleted, I fear if this continues, our great Great Qian Dynasty is in peril. Therefore, I dare to be so bold as to humbly request that the Empress Dowager assume regency and take charge.
How dare you, He Cui? How dare you speak of deposing the Emperor?
Your Majesty. Why so worked up, Your Majesty? Have you forgotten when the Jin invaded? It was Her Majesty who remained calm in the crisis, the first to advocate moving the capital south, and she placed Commander He in charge of the Imperial Guard, thus preserving the court. Now, for Her Majesty to hold power is only right and proper. Don't believe me? Ask the ministers present here. Who has any objections?
Your Majesty. See, from now on, in the court of our Great Qian Dynasty, it is Her Majesty who has the final say.
Nonsense! This is my court, and what I say goes.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, how dare you show your face here and spout such nonsense? Could it be the wine hasn't worn off yet? Ha ha ha.
Your Majesty, this man is the new Imperial Guard commander, recently promoted by the Empress Dowager. He Cui.
You're just a lowly guard commander. Who gave you the nerve to speak to me like this? You! What? Planning to kill your sovereign?
Today's emperor is different from before. Please calm your anger, Your Majesty. General, he is merely anxious for the future of our Great Qian. Your Majesty was drunk all last night. I imagine you have no plan for the current situation.
Who says I have no plan? My plan is to march north to fight the Jin, to reclaim the Central Plains.
Not only are the Jin troops' morale at its peak, their commander, Wang Yanzong, is fierce and ruthless, unmatched in the world. But let's just talk about you marching north. Do you have the men?
I have Han Fei. Since I've been reborn as Zhao Song, then I will never repeat the mistakes of the past. I won't let a great general find no way to serve his country, nor will sovereign and subject be at odds. As long as he and the Han family army are with me, I can surely apply all I learned in my past life and turn the tide for Great Qian.
Han Fei? Has Your Majesty forgotten? 2 days ago, you personally issued an edict ordering Han Fei's execution. Now you want to take it back? I'm afraid it's too late.
Damn, I almost forgot. My previous self fell for the Empress Dowager's faction scheme to sow discord. Since it was my own edict, then I will personally go and recall it.
Your Majesty.
Good. With your Majesty showing such lofty ambition, how can Great Qian not prosper? Then I shall grant your Majesty another 1,000 troops. I shall grant your Majesty another 1,000 troops. How about that?
Good.
Just 1,000?
Your Majesty.
No, you can't.
Then we shall wish your Majesty safe return.
He Cui, on the day I return, will be the day your head rolls.
You.
Han Fei, the Great Qian court has long abandoned you. Why must you resist so stubbornly? If you kneel and surrender now, and pledge allegiance to our Great Jin, I, the prince, promise you high office and great wealth. What do you say?
Wan Yanzong. I, Han Fei. In life, I am a man of Great Qian. In death, I am its ghost. How could I ever join ranks with jackals like you?
General, if we keep fighting, we will surely die. Let me hold the rear and cover your retreat. Your illustrious reputation. For such a court as this, it's truly not worth it.
Silence! If the sovereign orders a subject to die, the subject has no choice but to die. If my life can bring His Majesty to his senses sooner, would spare no sacrifice. Men!
Here!
The brave sons of Great Qian would rather break than bend. On the road to the Yellow Springs, I, Han Fei, will walk with you all. Kill all the Jin dogs!
Kill!
You won't yield until you see your own coffin. You want to die? Then I shall grant your wish. Men, attack!
Kill!
General Han, I'm not too late, am I?
The Imperial Dragon Banner! General, look! It's His Majesty's Dragon Banner!
The Great Qian Imperial Guard. How is this possible? Didn't the intelligence say the Great Qian Emperor had already abandoned Han Fei?
Men! His Majesty has come to save us!
Follow me and kill them!
Kill!
All generals, heed my command. Advance the Dragon Banner. Kill them for me! All commanders, heed my orders. Advance the Imperial Banner. For me, attack!
Attack!
We're flanked on both sides. Oh no, it's a trap. Retreat. Soldiers, retreat.
I, Han Fei, am guilty. I deserve to die. How could I let your Majesty lead 100,000 Imperial Guards into danger to rescue me?
100,000 Imperial Guards? Minister Han, you think too highly of me. Now, traitors hold power in the court. I only brought over 1,000 troops.
What? Go! Advance!
Advance quickly.
Quick!
Faster!
He's not here. Find him! Your Majesty, don't be afraid. These are all refugees from our Dachen. Whenever a battle ends, they strip clothes from the dead to cover themselves and scavenge for food. But they only target the Jin people. They never harass the Dachen soldiers who died in battle. I hope your Majesty won't blame them.
What right do I have to blame them? The Jin people invade south, plundering. The people are living in misery. All of this is my fault.
Your Majesty, traitors run rampant in the court. They deceive you and ignore the people. This is not your Majesty's fault.
The court is corrupt. Corrupt officials hold positions, but do nothing. I am determined to overthrow everything and restore Daqian to a bright and clear world. Minister Han, will you fight by my side? Han Xing, will you stand with me?
Your subject, Han Fei, will brave any danger for your majesty, even at the cost of my life.
Good. Han Fei, didn't you swear to fight the Jin invaders to the death? What are you standing around for? Who is he?
He is Wei Kong, the Empress Dowager's cousin. When the Empress Dowager learned that I was heading north to fight the Jin, she sent him as a supervisor. Supervisor, the Jin invaders have been temporarily repelled.
Oh? They retreated? They retreated, and you're not pursuing them? What are you doing just standing here? If you dare to slack off, I'll report you to the Empress Dowager and have you impeached. I'll make sure your 300,000 Han family army is buried with you.
Han Xing? Is he always this arrogant?
And who are you? Enough noise.
Your Majesty, you killed Wei Kong. This will force a confrontation with the Empress Dowager upon our return. Has Your Majesty considered how to handle this? What is this? The defense map of the temporary capital. Your Majesty intends to...
Han Xing, I need you to return and lead the Han family army to first seize the temporary capital and take control of the Imperial Guard. I plan to shut the gates and beat the dogs this time.
As you command.
By my reckoning, our illustrious and mighty emperor should have already perished under the iron hooves of the Jin army.
Silence! The Emperor is the son of heaven. How dare you speak of his demise?
Son of heaven? What prowess does the emperor possess that you, Empress, are not already aware of?
Commander, he is right.
In the past, the emperor wouldn't even dare kill a chicken. Now he faces the Jin cavalry. It's utterly laughable. He must have been drunk from the night before, lost his mind.
I should have stopped him.
The court cannot be left leaderless, waiting for doom. The only course now is to proceed as discussed before. Let the Empress Dowager assume power, draft an imperial decree, and lead the officials across the river.
Cross the river, my foot!
You rabble.
Since when do you get to decide?
Your Majesty.
Thank heavens you're safe. And General Han?
I see. This must be Han Fei's corpse. Now that Han Fei is dead, the Emperor's last pillar of support is gone. What do you have to say for yourself now?
When did I ever say this corpse was General Han's?
If this isn't Han Fei's corpse, then whose is it?
Whose? Commander He, lift the cloth and see for yourself.
Wei. Supervisor Wei? It's Military Governor Wei.
You! How dare you kill my cousin?
Wei Kang, as military governor, deserted his post. And he dared to speak insolently to us. He overstepped his bounds. Why shouldn't he be executed?
You insolent wretch!
I can be even more insolent. Grand Commander He, do you remember what I told you before I headed north? He, the day I return will be the day you lose your head.
Ha 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 ha. So, Your Majesty intends to kill me?
Suggest you keep your distance.
Command 100,000 imperial guards. I was appointed by the Empress Dowager herself. I am a meritorious servant of the court. Kill me? Do you dare?
I said, keep your distance.
Or else. Or else what? You wouldn't dare kill me. Then do it. Use your sword. Run it across my neck. Go on. Ah ha 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 ha.
Or else, your blood will stain my armor.
Remember this in your next life. Those who provoke the dragon's wrath
Shall die.
General.
The temporary palace has been secured.
Good. Prepare your gear immediately. Follow me at once to reinforce His Majesty. Yes, sir.
Emperor, how dare you kill someone in court? Do you have any respect left for our ancestral laws? For the laws of Dachen?
You keep repeating the same thing. Empress Dowager.
Did you leave your brain in the inner palace?
You!
Your Majesty, I must say, no matter what, Commander He escorted the court south. He rendered distinguished service. And you just executed him? Such tyranny! Aren't you afraid of alienating the entire court?
A coward who fled from battle and seized power is a vile traitor. And you make him sound so noble. Chancellor Qin, if you miss him so much, I can send you to join him right now.
Emperor, don't think that by killing He Tsui, you can control the court.
The Empress Dowager is getting restless.
The Jin army is too powerful. I'm merely avoiding their advance. What's wrong with that? Must everyone be like you, leading men to their deaths?
Our ancestral lands cannot be allowed to fall into enemy hands. Whoever dares to stop me from fighting the Jin, I will kill.
Fine. Kill anyone who stands in your way. Today, I want to see just how many more people you can kill. Ask you, my ministers, do you intend to die with this tyrant? Or will you follow me south and establish a new dynasty?
How could a new dynasty possibly work?
Exactly, that's right.
The Empress Dowager is far-sighted, cultivating the wealthy merchants of the South
To raise funds and grain for the court.
He Ming, Minister of Revenue. I pledge my loyalty to the Empress Dowager.
The Empress Dowager has a keen eye for talent. She knows how to use people well.
From now on, the court will surely be stable.
Your subject, Fang Song, Minister of Personnel. I pledge my loyalty to the Empress Dowager.
The Empress Dowager's virtue is known throughout the land.
She upholds the rights and laws.
Unlike His Majesty,
who slays the loyal and virtuous. Your subject, Yan Liang, Minister of Rights. I pledge my loyalty to the Empress Dowager.
Then let's go over there too. Let's go.
Do you see this, Emperor? All the civil and military officials, except for those old diehards, are all under my control.
In times of crisis, one sees who remains loyal in the court.
Loyal? Ha! Take your loyal subjects and go to hell. Do it, for me.
Your Majesty, run! I'll cover your retreat.
I appreciate your concern, Empress, but I have no need to flee.
Your Majesty, as long as you live, there is hope.
Said, I have no need to flee.
What are you all waiting for? Do it now!
We are, of course, waiting for
His Majesty's Imperial Decree.
Empress Dowager.
Han Fei? You're not dead?
Reporting to Your Majesty, the entire temporary palace has been secured by the Han family army. The imperial guards have all been captured as well. We await your majesty's judgment.
How could this happen?
What is the meaning of this?
Just now, the one who led the charge to pledge allegiance to the Empress Dowager was you.
Your Majesty.
The Empress Dowager colluded with unscrupulous merchants, exploited the common people, and lined her own pockets. You, as the Minister of Revenue, claimed she did it for the court. Despicable! The Empress Dowager practiced nepotism, allowing treacherous officials to seize power. You, as the Minister of Personnel, praised her for her wise use of talent.
No.
You deserve to die. The Empress Dowager formed cliques for personal gain and recklessly spoke of deposing the emperor. You, as the Minister of Rights, claimed she upheld propriety and law.
You?
There is no pardon for your crimes.
He's killing people!
Since when has His Majesty's bloodlust been so great? These are ministers who served 3 dynasties, but I have to say, that was satisfying to watch.
General Han, now that loyalty and treachery have been distinguished, seize them all. For me!
As you command. Seize them!
Empress Dowager, save me!
Halt at once.
Emperor,
Do you not realize that every minister here represents the soldiers of the realm? They hold the lifeline of the court. If you execute them, the court will surely be paralyzed. And Daqian will cease to be a nation.
Empress Dowager is right, Your Majesty. If you kill all the ministers, won't that leave the court empty? Do you want to be a ruler with no one to use, a lonely, isolated man?
The Empress Dowager sold official posts and titles and condoned corruption. You, one after another, are parasites of the state, feeding on the people's lifeblood, yet you dare call yourselves the lifeline of the court? In that case, a short, sharp pain is better than a long, drawn-out one. I will have you all executed and rebuild Daqian anew. Han's army!
Present.
For me.
Kill. Kill. As you command.
You're still too young, Your Majesty.
Does the Empress Dowager have anything else to say?
This man is the master of the Daqian Exchange Bank, Li Chongjin. The flow of silver and coin in the empire all passes through his hands. If you dare touch him, tomorrow Daqian's money supply will tighten. There will be no money to pay taxes. I'm afraid you won't even be able to pay the army's wages. This man is the head of the Zhang family of Lingnan, Zhang Qianshou. He is also the master of the Jiangnan weaving workshop. 8 or 9 out of 10 of the empire's looms are under his control. If you dare kill him, within 3 months, the people will have no cloth for clothing, no cotton to ward off the cold. Countless will freeze to death. By then, even without the Jin people's iron cavalry marching south, you will lose the people's support. The army's morale will collapse, and you will become a ruler of a fallen state.
Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager's words are hateful, but they are also the truth. The noble family's roots are deep and intertwined. If we rashly try to uproot them, it will inevitably plunge the empire into chaos.
To rebuild Daqian, Zhao Song, let me tell you, even if you are the emperor, you cannot touch these people. They're the foundation of Daqian, not you, a young emperor in name only.
Oh? Since the Empress Dowager is so confident, dare you make a bet with me?
That on what?
Let's bet that within 7 days, without your so-called foundation of Daqian, relying on my own ability, I can raise the 100,000 bolts of official cloth to protect the people from the cold.
Your Majesty's boasts are utterly outrageous. Even if my Zhang family workshops worked day and night for 3 months, we could never produce 50,000 bolts of cloth. For Your Majesty to say such a thing is simply delusional.
I ask you now, do you dare or not?
What are the stakes?
If you, Empress Dowager, lose, I will strip you of your title. You will be banished from court forever and barred from politics. Even though you were once the late emperor's beloved consort, from this day forward, you will be no different from a common woman. If I lose, I will write a confession of my faults and abdicate the throne. From then on, I will be exiled from Daqian.
Very well, Your Majesty. You said it yourself.
Within 7 days,
You must produce 100,000 bolts of cloth.
The emperor's word is his bond.
Let's go.
Your Majesty, your actions in court today were far too reckless. How could you so easily wager your throne?
Indeed, Your Majesty. Allow this general to lead the Han army to purge the court for you and execute these corrupt officials. Even if it means bearing eternal infamy, I would not hesitate.
Using force to intimidate the court is not a lasting solution. I want to legitimately eradicate the Empress Dowager's faction.
Weaving 100,000 bolts within 7 days. Even if a god descended from heaven, it would be nearly impossible.
A mere 100,000 bolts is no challenge. I have a plan. And this is also the best way to resolve Daqian's crisis. I'm going to hold the entire world hostage.
What? What does it mean to hold the world hostage?
Simply put, we first revolutionize productivity, massively increasing output. With high-quality, affordable goods, we crush what the southern gentry produce. Then, we sell our Daqian goods at low prices to neighboring countries, making them dependent on our Daqian-made products. When the time is right, we issue Daqian banknotes, immediately making them the common currency for all nations. Ultimately, by controlling the currency, we wage a financial war. We'll make every nation dance to our Daqian's tune. This way, without mobilizing a single soldier, we can make the world submit. You all understand?
Your Majesty, maybe you should just tell me who to fight. I'll go through hell and high water.
I'll die without regret.
I'll die 10,000 times without
Forget it.
regret.
You'll understand in due time.
For now, go and summon the Minister of Works for me.
Whom does your Majesty wish to summon?
The Minister of Works. What?
Is he also one of the Empress Dowager's faction?
Then summon the Vice Minister of Works instead.
Your Majesty, you may have forgotten, the Minister of Works is Lord Yang.
Outrageous! I don't care if he's a Yang or a Ma. When the Son of Heaven summons, how dare he not come?
Your Majesty, this Lord Yang... This Lord Yang is your father-in-law.
Well... So, he's family. Then I suppose I should pay him a personal visit. Empress! Empress!
Stop right there.
Zhao, come and greet His Majesty.
Your Majesty, this is Her Majesty the Empress's younger sister, Yang Shao. She's also the only female master artisan in the Ministry of Works.
Sis.
Zhao,
Heard you really showed off in court yesterday, making a big scene. So what brings you to the Yang residence today?
Zhao, mind your manners.
It's fine. I've come today to seek Minister Yang's counsel.
No wonder my sister came back in the middle of the night yesterday. So it was to rush back early and put in a good word for you. Big sis, our father spent money and effort to help him ascend the throne, gave everything he had. And what was the result? He just indulges in wine and women all day, neglecting state affairs. Not only did he leave you in the rear palace to suffer cold shoulders, he even made our father so angry he took to his bed. Later, he shut himself away completely.
Little sister, what's past is past. Let's not bring it up again. His Majesty is not the same man he was.
What's so different? He's still coming to beg our family for help.
What's all this racket in the garden? What a disgrace.
Father. Dad.
Was unaware of your Majesty's visit. To what do we owe the honor?
He just wants you to help him clean up his mess.
I've come today to ask the minister to oversee the Ministry of Works and supervise the construction of something for me.
See, Dad, what did I tell you? He just wants you to help him make some frivolous contraption to waste your time.
Silence! This old minister is frail and aged, no longer fit for duty. If your Majesty wishes to create some trivial amusement, the court has many skilled artisans. You may find another.
Ah, minister. Look at these blueprints first, then decide.
This is...
I will ask one more time. Minister Yang, are you willing to come out of retirement and oversee the construction of this device for me, for the sake of Daqian?
Your Majesty, you can forget it. No matter what my father says today, he won't help you.
Out.
You hear that? Father wants you out.
I meant for you to get out.
What? Father, you're telling me to leave?
Is that not clear? Get out. This device is exquisitely ingenious. What is it called? It was designed by your Majesty.
It is called Jenny, the new loom. It can increase weaving efficiency by 50 times.
Heaven bless Daqian. Heaven truly blesses Daqian. This old minister never imagined your Majesty possessed such world-shaking talent. If this device can truly be put into widespread use, it will surely alter the fate of Daqian, bring prosperity to its people, and strength to the nation. I have been a fool. I failed to recognize your Majesty's true dragon-like majesty before.
I deserve to die 10,000 deaths. Then, the matter of overseeing its construction, leave entirely in Minister Yang's hands.
Ah. What did your Majesty just call me?
I leave entirely in the hands of the imperial father-in-law.
Your Majesty, rest assured. This old minister will return to the Ministry of Works tomorrow and devote all efforts to this task.
What did I tell you? See? He got kicked out by my father, too. Let me tell you all.
Young Shao, how dare you? Father?
Why are you out here? Didn't you swear you'd never leave the mansion again?
Came out to see His Majesty off.
What? See him off?
Your Majesty, my daughter has been spoiled. She can be quite defiant. I hope you can forgive her.
It's fine. She's just young and spirited.
Your Majesty, this old minister has one more presumptuous request.
Please, speak freely, Lord Yang.
This old minister wishes to entrust my daughter to your Majesty's care. Let her enter the palace to stay by your side, to serve as you command, so she may learn more.
What? Father, you want me to serve him in the palace? I refuse.
Silence! You have no say in this. What does your Majesty think?
The Great Qian is in ruins, awaiting restoration. I need people of absolute loyalty and unique talent to accomplish those epoch-defining creations. This father-in-law is great. Buy one, get one free.
Don't think just because you played some little trick and fooled my father that I'll agree to this. Let me tell you, I won't take orders from a useless man like you.
Zhao.
You excel in mechanical arts.
Of course I do. I've been studying mechanical arts since I was 6. I've mastered the Mohist classics. In many areas, even my father is no match for me. See this? This is something I designed myself. Hey, don't drop it!
Spend less time on childish toys. Focus your mind on proper pursuits. Return to the palace with me and study hard. Contribute your strength to the Great Qian.
Your Majesty, I have some news. Yesterday, the Emperor went to see the Minister of Works, Yang Zhen.
Humph. I thought he had some real talent. Turns out he's just gone back to beg his father-in-law for money.
Yes, this Yang Zhen may be a respected elder of 3 reigns, but he's famously poor. He likely has no family wealth to offer His Majesty.
Chancellor Qin.
Yes.
Send an order to Zhang Qianshao. Have all of his weaving mills and cloth shops shut down completely. Within these 7 days, I will ensure not a single bolt of silk remains on the market.
Brilliant plan, Your Majesty.
After these 7 days, the Emperor will have broken his word to the people. Then I will seize power in one fell swoop.
Understood. Your servant will see to it at once.
Emperor, let's see this time how you plan to turn things around.
Your Majesty, can this new loom really produce 100,000 bolts of cloth within 7 days?
Absolutely.
But what if the Empress Dowager refuses to honor the bet?
What does it matter if she refuses? I'm building this loom not to spite her, but to take the first step in securing the empire's future. The people's livelihood is the foundation of the empire.
General Han, I'm here.
Take this blueprint. Order the Ministry of Works to build another device. This is of utmost importance.
Keep it absolutely secret.
Understood.
Hey, what did you send General Han to build?
You're so clever. Take a guess. Guess right, and I'll reward you.
Like I care to know.
My sister-in-law is quite the character.
It's all because of you. You casually dismantled the intricate mechanical lock she designed.
It bruised her ego.
Not exactly.
Then why?
Your Majesty, Zhao has been a master of mechanics since childhood. She's proud and headstrong. She once swore that whoever could dismantle a mechanical lock of her design would be the smartest person in the world, and she would marry that person.
What? Empress, I swear on my honor, that was not my intention.
Was it, or wasn't it? Only Your Majesty knows the truth. Humph.
Sigh.
Minister Yang.
General Han. This is the final batch of cloth. Please have a look.
Reporting to General Han, this crate, added to what's already in the treasury,
now exceeds the required amount.
Now we have more than enough.
Good. Excellent. Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
The quantity of cloth is sufficient.
Wonderful.
Produce such a vast quantity of cloth. Minister Yang's contribution is undeniable.
You flatter me, Your Majesty. It is all thanks to the miraculous machine Your Majesty bestowed. These past few days, I have been pondering it over and over. I have been pondering it over and over. I have been pondering it over and over. These past few days, I have been pondering it over and over. These past few days, I have been pondering it over and over. These past few days, I have been pondering it over and over. And I have made some improvements to the machine. Today, I have brought the new prototype.
Minister Yang, truly a pillar of the state. In this way, the weaving industry of our Great Qian will soar. It's only a matter of time.
Of course. That's my father.
Do not be disrespectful to His Majesty. It is all due to Your Majesty's grace. With this powerful tool, the people of the realm will have what they need to ward off the winter cold. All will be provided for. Your Majesty truly brings blessings to all.
Your Majesty. So this is it. This is the confidence behind your wager with me. A modified waist loom and an old, soon-to-be 6 feet under Minister of Works. If they cannot help you today, produce 100,000 bolts of cloth. You will have to abdicate the throne and announce it to the world.
The Empress Dowager is in quite a hurry. She even came to inspect the national treasury herself.
Of course, if Your Majesty cannot fulfill the bet and has people falsify the accounts, it would be a disgrace. I need to see it with my own eyes.
When did I ever say that I couldn't fulfill the bet?
Ridiculous. Procuring 100,000 bolts of cloth within 7 days is nothing but a pipe dream. If you weren't at your wit's end, why would you go seek help from Grand Tutor Yang, who's been retired for ages?
Exactly. Your Majesty. At this point, what's the use of trying to save face?
I'm afraid you've already drained the old man's life savings, haven't you? This pile of scrap wood. Could it be Lord Yang's last bit of burial money?
You all seem to know quite a lot about my recent movements.
Enough of your evasions. Zhao Song, I ask you this. Regarding today's bet, can you produce the goods or not? If you cannot, you will immediately, for me...
Han Fei. I'm here, Your Majesty.
Since the Empress Dowager is so eager to admit defeat, open the treasury doors. Let Her Majesty see for herself whether I can produce it or not.
As you command.
What?
How can there be so many?
What did you find? Your Majesty, Prime Minister Qin.
These fabrics are all top-quality government-made goods.
What? How could this be? Qin Song, Zhang Qianshao. What exactly have you two been doing?
Your Majesty, please understand. His Majesty truly only visited Minister Yang's residence. After that, he never went to any other weaving workshop.
Yes, Your Majesty. I have already ordered the closure of all weaving workshops and fabric shops. Now these fabrics, where did they come from? I have no idea. Moreover, these fabrics are far more exquisite than anything produced by my Zhang family's workshop.
Your Majesty, how exactly did you manage this? They couldn't possibly be leftovers from the previous emperor, could they?
I have said it before. I will rebuild the Great Qian. You frogs at the bottom of a well. How could you possibly comprehend the vastness of the world? Minister Yang, since Her Majesty is curious, why don't you make her open her eyes wide and take a good look? You, the Minister of Works who's about to be 6 feet under. How did you help me win?
This old minister obeys the decree. Begin.
What is this?
How could it be so fast?
That's incredible. Truly incredible.
Empress Dowager, what do you have to say for yourself?
I...
According to our wager, I shall strip you of your title as Empress Dowager. From this day forward, you, Wei Yanran, are forbidden from setting foot in the court. The inner palace will no longer have a place for you.
Go retire outside the palace.
No, impossible. I could not possibly have lost. Your Majesty, have you forgotten? The Jin are still in the north. They're watching us closely.
As for the rebellion, I will discuss it with my ministers. There's no need for a common woman like you for a common woman to worry about it.
Your Majesty, that's not quite right. If the Jin march south now, you'll have no way to stop them. In the end, you'll still have to beg the Empress Dowager to step in and take charge. After all, the Empress Dowager has dealt with the Jin for many years.
You see? Your Majesty, without me, do you think you can rely on these looms to scare off the Jin's 100,000 cavalry?
That's right. I will rely on these very looms. I will
Oh, pen!
Trade. You want to reopen trade?
Border trade. The Jurchens are powerful now. How can your Majesty still do business with them? Sister, you must talk some sense into him. This is sheer madness.
I thought you had some brilliant plan to turn the tide. Instead, it's nurturing a tiger that will bite you back. Appeasement that aids the enemy.
Aid the enemy? How short-sighted. I will use the vast quantities of cloth they produce and sell it at prices so low no nation can resist. Not just that. Grain, salt,
goods, timber!
All will be handled the same way. I will have every nation in the world fall into the trap of Great Qian. Then, the whole world will wear cloth from Great Qian, use goods from Great Qian. The livelihood of the world will depend solely on Great Qian. By then, do you think they'll have the courage to dare invade Great Qian? Empress Dowager, don't think I'll foolishly watch my people of Great Qian march north to fight the Jurchens with their flesh and blood. What I want is to subdue the enemy without fighting.
Your Majesty's plan is far too fanciful. Controlling the livelihood of all nations is no easy task. Even within Great Qian itself, countless commoners have no clothes to wear.
Even if these looms can increase efficiency by dozens of times, even if we had every weaver in the entire country working day and night at these looms, in such a short time, producing this much cloth is simply impossible.
Do you hear that, Emperor? Human effort has its limits. That is the natural order.
Human effort? I say, what I'm using isn't human.
What?
Not using people?
What, are we supposed to use ghosts? This loom can't possibly move on its own.
That's right. I intend to make it move on its own. Minister Han, Your Majesty, bring the device up here.
As you command.
So, this is the thing he had General Han build that day? Such a huge hunk of iron. It looks so cumbersome. How could it replace people?
Father, do you know what this is?
All I know is that His Majesty ordered the Ministry of Works to build it. It's called a steam engine. As for its exact purpose, I can't even begin to guess.
I thought it was something extraordinary. Turns out no one's ever seen it before. Zhao Song, this couldn't possibly be some piece of junk you dragged out of a broken-down temple just to bluff us, could it?
Han Fei, go. Bring all the looms up here. Then, according to the design on this blueprint, connect them to the steam engine.
Yes, sire.
I refuse to believe this clumsy iron contraption could be better than the tens of thousands of skilled weavers I employ.
All this hocus pocus.
Oh no, if His Majesty fails, the Empress Dowager will surely seize the chance to make trouble.
Father.
Told you so. His Majesty is unreliable, and you still made me listen to him.
Your Majesty, the assembly is complete.
Today, I will show you all what an industrial revolution is. Watch closely.
This is unbelievable.
Divine skill! Truly divine!
Such efficiency. Your Majesty is truly a heaven-sent genius.
Wei Yanran, what do you have to say for yourself now? According to our wager, from this moment on, you are no longer
The Empress Dowager of our Great Qian.
No! Impossible! I was appointed by the late emperor. I am your mother in name. Daqian rules through filial piety. If you drive me out of the palace, aren't you afraid of shaking the very foundation of the state?
You dare to speak to me about shaking the foundation of the state? If not for your factionalism and corruption of the court, how could our great Daqian court have fallen to such a state? If not for you condoning corruption and exploiting the people, how could our great Daqian's strength have declined so steadily? The root cause of all this is you!
Wei Yanran!
If not for Daqian's rule through filial piety, if not for the title of Empress Dowager you still bear, I
would have had you beheaded long ago.
Now, will you leave the palace with some dignity? Or shall I have you escorted out?
Fine. Emperor, you are ruthless. I will leave.
Halt!
What else does the Emperor require?
Hand over everything that does not rightfully belong to you. Also,
And also what? And also the Phoenix crown.
You take it off. And also the Phoenix robe.
What? Zhao Song, you want me to remove my Phoenix robe in public?
Take it off! Off. Effective immediately, I hereby banish the Wei clan from the imperial palace, reduced to commoners. As for the Empress Dowager's faction, for disrupting court discipline and exploiting their wealth without conscience, all official posts are revoked, effective immediately. Their family assets are to be confiscated in full and transferred to the national treasury.
Your Majesty is most gracious. Your Majesty is most gracious.
Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager has spent years cultivating influence, both inside and outside the court. Her roots run deep. To humiliate her so thoroughly today, if she ever makes a comeback, she won't be easy to deal with.
Comeback? New era has begun. Can she, Wei Yanran, stand against the unstoppable tide of history? Hear my decree. Effective immediately, we will reopen border markets, not just with the Jin, but also we intend to establish full trade relations with the Baiyue, Fusang, Western Xia, and all neighboring states to enhance our national prestige and enrich our people.
Your old servant, Yang Zhen, pledges his life in loyalty to assist your Majesty in achieving this grand ambition.
The wheel of history has already turned. From this moment on, I will never allow the humiliations of the past to repeat. New chapter of Dachen will be written by me.
Zhao Song, you impudent child! How dare you humiliate me like this?
Empress Dowager, what should we do now?
If he shows no mercy, we'll show none either. Send a letter immediately to Wan Yanzong. Tell the Jin Kingdom to mobilize their troops at once. My people inside will coordinate from within and without. In short, we cannot let his plans succeed.
As you command.
Zhao Song, you and I. This feud will only end with one of us dead.
Your Majesty, the first batch of goods for the border market are all ready. Also, the Imperial Guards assigned to protect the market site have been assembled. You may proceed with the next phase of your plan. However, I'm not sure how Your Majesty intends to price this shipment.
Your Majesty's actions benefit not only Dachen, but also the people of the world. It's a pity that I, Han Fei, possess only martial prowess and command hundreds of thousands of troops, yet can be of no help to Your Majesty.
Minister Han, in the past, how much did a bolt of cloth cost in Dachen?
Your Majesty, a bolt of high-quality official cloth costs about 800 wen.
800 wen? A dan of rice costs only 200 to 300 wen. Yet a single bolt of cloth can buy over 300 jin of rice. This price is equivalent to more than a month's worth of food for an ordinary Dachen family.
Exactly. All of this is because of Zhang Qian, Chou, and others of the Jiangnan gentry control the nation's lifelines and seek exorbitant profits for themselves.
Corrupt officials exploit at every level, sucking the lifeblood of the people. In the end, it's the common people who suffer.
In that case, our cloth shall be sold for this amount.
500 wen. If we can truly sell at this price, though still expensive, it's nearly half the previous price. For the Jin people, and even the people of neighboring nations, the temptation would indeed be significant.
500 wen is not acceptable. Surely you don't mean to sell it for 50 wen. Your Majesty, have you lost your mind?
If we could truly sell it for 50 wen per bolt, then our people of Dachen could almost all afford new clothes and stock up on more items for winter. Your Majesty, this would be an immense act of benevolence. The people would surely be eternally grateful to Your Majesty. Neighboring nations would also surely scramble to buy it.
Your Majesty, could it be that you intend
5 wen. My cloth will be sold for only 5 wen.
What? 5 wen?
Great Khan news from the south. The Qian Emperor has ordered the reopening of border markets.
Border markets? Where we use our cattle and sheep to trade for their cloth and tea.
That's right.
That Zhao Song brat must be insane, making a deal with the devil. Does he think our great Jin cavalry isn't sharp enough? He's practically begging to send us supply.
You are right, Great Khan. Han silk, tea, salt, and iron. They are all fine goods.
It seems. Qian truly is at the end of its rope.
Report! Great Khan, a secret letter from the Qian Empress Dowager.
Our old friend, the Qian Empress Dowager, wants us to mobilize our troops and attack Great Qian. She will help us. From the inside.
Great Khan, we must seize this chance. I'll go muster the army at once. We'll strike at the start of the markets, when their guard is down. We'll march south, all the way down, and take their capital.
Good. This time, I will crush the Qian nation. I'll use Zhao Song's head as my chamber pot. Yes. Zhao Song. Oh, Zhao Song. You've made enemies everywhere and lost the people's support. Ha ha ha.
This is bad. Our soldiers, they're all gone.
Nonsense. Our Jin men are soldiers in war and herders in peace. If you can't find them in the barracks, they must be out in the pastures, tending the flocks.
Check the pastures too. Only the old, weak women and children remain, watching over the livestock. Not a single able-bodied man is in sight. I've already sent men out to search.
All gone? How is that possible?
Report! Great Khan, my prince, our men have been found.
Where the hell did they go?
Our men have all gone to the border to trade with the Qian people.
What?
Gentlemen, we came here in disguise this time to see for ourselves if the news about Dachen opening trade was true. I never expected it's in full swing.
Indeed, Dachen is offering very generous terms for this trade. If you settle with Dachen's paper currency, you can buy a bolt of cloth for just 5 coins. It's practically giving it away.
Generous terms? My lords, you are far too naive.
What do you mean by that, Lord of Xixia?
Don't you see? Dachen's dumping goods at such low prices is no act of goodwill. They aim to flood our nations with their goods, crushing our people's livelihoods. Once our local workshops collapse and artisans lose their jobs, the well-being of all our people will rest in Dachen's hands. By then, our nations will be nothing but lambs for the slaughter.
If that's the case, we cannot allow it. We absolutely cannot allow our people to trade freely.
I never imagined the Dachen Emperor could be so malicious.
Exactly. Return to your countries at once. Order the border markets closed and refuse all trade with Dachen.
As you command.
Your Majesty, terrible news. The rulers of Xixia, Baiyue, and Tubo have closed their borders. They refuse to trade with our Dachen.
What?
How could this be? The price of 5 wen for a bolt of cloth. They weren't even tempted. Not to mention all the other goods.
Not only did the Western Xia Kingdom refuse, they also seem to have allied with other states to jointly boycott the border trade. The other smaller states, because the concessions were so generous, have also refused for now.
If that's the case, Your Majesty's grand plan to bind the entire world is likely to be hindered.
Truly underestimated the heroes of this world. The ruler of this Western Xia has some insight. He actually makes me feel a desire to recruit talent.
What time do you think this is? And you're still thinking of subjugating them?
What, sister-in-law? You think I can't do it? Is that it?
I admit, Your Majesty has some skill in crafting ingenious devices. But have you ever considered that governing a state is not so simple? Unless the rulers of all those states are fools, how could they possibly easily hand over control of their people's livelihood? You're still thinking of subjugating them? Haven't you considered whether they would agree?
When ants block your path on a normal day, you step over them. Do you ever ask if the ants have an opinion?
What do you mean by that?
Han Fei,
your servant is here.
Muster 100,000 elite troops. Go and help those Western Xia rulers open their gates. Make them open their cities and welcome our guests for me.
As you command.
You're being completely unreasonable.
Reason? Reason has always only existed within the range of our cannons.
Your Majesty's foresight is truly divine. You easily saw through the Daqian Emperor's scheme.
Now it's not just us. Tubo and Baiyue have also stopped the Daqian border trade and closed their gates.
It won't be long before the other states realize Daqian will be isolated and without support. With no more business to be done, they will surely send envoys to offer concessions and sue for peace.
Report! Your Majesty, Han Fei has arrived.
What did I say? Daqian has come to yield.
No, he fought his way in.
If you don't open the gates, this general will do it for His Majesty by blasting them open.
The Jin Khan. What's going on? Why haven't they sent troops yet?
Don't worry, Your Majesty. The Jin people are greedy and foolish. I suspect they want to use the border trade to get some benefits first. But now, the three kingdoms of Western Xia have already refused trade with Great Qian. It won't be long before the Emperor's clever plan will soon fall apart. Terrible news, Your Majesty. Han Fei has been ordered to attack Western Xia. He has captured their capital. Now the rulers of all three kingdoms have all announced the reopening of trade.
Damn it! Zhao Song! I refuse to believe I can't deal with you.
Your Majesty, since General Han captured the Western Xia capital, no other kingdom dares to resist. The calls for border trade. Now, the border trade posts are bustling with activity. Even Jin doesn't dare to send troops lightly, fearing to go against the people's will.
Your Majesty, your servant has returned. Kneel.
Your Majesty, she was the one who ordered the kingdoms to resist the trade. I have captured her.
You damned Emperor! Do what you will. If you think I will submit to you, you're dreaming.
Didn't expect you to be such a wild horse.
You can see through my intentions.
You are one of the few outstanding talents of this era. I can give you a chance to serve the Great Qian.
In your dreams, you damn Emperor. Your achievements now are nothing but a flash in the pan. Your pride won't last long.
Know what's good for you? Don't know what's good for you? I'll execute her right now.
No need. I will conquer the world sooner or later. A mere foreign woman. How could I not be able to tame her? I am well aware that someone will figure it out eventually. But have you ever considered how long that will take? By that time, the banners of Great Qian will already be flying all over the world. Even if they figure it out, it'll be too late. Too late.
Take her away.
As you command. Move it.
This ruler of Western Xia, though her attitude is insolent, is not wrong in what she says. For this border trade, the Great Qian has exhausted its reserves, working day and night to deliver goods. We've barely managed to sustain the commerce. But if the supply can't keep up later, and those barbarians go home empty-handed, they won't just let it go.
Your Majesty's steam-powered looms can increase the supply, but we also need to sell it all in time. That's the key.
Recently, on the official roads, bandit activity has grown increasingly rampant. Caravans are being robbed repeatedly. This old minister believes it's Tai. It's Wei Yanran behind this,
Intentionally obstructing us.
attempting to sabotage the border trade.
I'm aware of all your concerns. However, have you ever heard the saying, if you want to get rich, first build the roads?
Build roads?
Behold the road.
Follow me, all of you.
I'd like to see what he's really up to.
This is the railway I've built for Daqian.
What railway? It's just 2 iron bars laid on the ground with some wooden planks between them. Your Majesty used so much iron to make this?
This railway of mine is not yet complete. This is just a small section of the project. Soon, I intend for it to span the entire nation.
What? You want to extend it across the whole country? That's just a waste of resources and manpower.
Your Majesty, forgive my ignorance, but I truly fail to see the great use of this railway. To reach across the nation, it would likely consume an immense amount of iron. Although Daqian is rich in iron ore, I believe this undertaking is far too extravagant.
Your Majesty, this railway is laid with wooden planks section by section. When it rains or snows, wouldn't it become very slippery? How could carriages travel on it?
Sister-in-law, if a batch of crucial supplies needs to be transported from the capital to the northern border, using horse-drawn carriages, how long would it take?
From the capital to the border, it's about 2,500 miles or so. Even if we switched to the finest steeds along the way, with no rest for the carriage, it would still take at least 2 months.
With my railway, it would take only 3 days.
What? 3 days? That's impossible. Even if we used nothing but Fergana horses, such speed would still be unattainable.
Who said I'd use carriages?
Not carriages? Then what would you use? Ox carts, perhaps?
I will use a train.
This huge hunk of iron, how could it possibly move?
Shower.
Mind your manners.
What did I say that was wrong? This thing must weigh tons. Even dozens of strong horses couldn't pull it, let alone haul cargo.
Sister-in-law, this train of mine doesn't need horses. It moves. On its own.
It moves on its own? Your Majesty, are you pulling my leg? If it can really move by itself, I'll do anything you say.
Really?
I'm warning you. If you dare lay a hand on me, I'll poison your food one night.
What are you thinking? Although I've developed the railway and the train, I'm lacking a person to promote it across the nation. And you are the workhorse I need. The talent I need. This train, like the loom from before, is powered by a steam engine. It only needs 1 driver and 2 assistants to travel across the country.
Your Majesty, what is a driver?
Empress, you can think of it as the person who drives it.
Possible. I don't believe it. Unless you let me try it myself.
I'm not afraid of your doubts. I'm afraid you won't be curious. A workhorse like my sister-in-law
Is meant to be tricked.
You don't believe me? Come aboard with me and see.
What are you standing there for? Get on!
This big iron contraption is really as amazing as you say?
Since you don't believe it, you can drive the train.
Me? I can't push this huge thing.
No need to push. You just need to press these buttons.
Really? Just pressing this will make it go?
My word is my bond. It's moving. It's moving. It's really moving. Stoke the fire. Increase pressure. Get it moving for me.
I'm driving a train. I'm really driving a train.
So, now do you believe my train can travel 1,000 miles in a day?
Your Majesty is truly a genius. In all my long life, I never imagined that one day I would ride such a marvel. I've never seen anything like it.
So what? This hunk of iron. How much cargo can it haul at once? The goods the entire nation needs are countless.
How much can it haul? In one trip, it can haul 500 tons.
Excellent. That's fantastic. If that's the case, the border markets of our Great Qian will have nothing to worry about.
Your Majesty, this train can not only travel 1,000 miles a day, but also carry such a massive amount of cargo.
Every time Your Majesty takes action, it's beyond what ordinary people can achieve. This old minister is utterly in awe.
Sister-in-law, what do you think now? However, it's a shame. What a shame.
What does Your Majesty regret?
It's a shame about my train. Its power is sufficient, its cargo capacity is vast, and it pioneers a new era. Yet it lacks someone who truly understands it. If only my train could be promoted throughout the land.
Then I could die in peace.
Brother-in-law, leave this job to me. I promise from now on, I'll eat, sleep, and live on this very train. I'll ensure it's promoted at the fastest possible speed.
What? Zhao Song's trade with neighboring countries is booming.
Find it strange, too. The bandits we sent out never found the Emperor's goods.
Good.
What a Zhao Song. What a scheme to hold the world hostage.
No.
We can't let this go on any longer.
And you, Empress Dowager, what are your plans?
Zhao Song, you dog emperor! If you have the guts, let me out!
How dare you humiliate me?
I'll kill you!
Stop shouting.
If you really summon Zhao Song,
even I won't be able to help you.
Empress Dowager of Dachen.
Weren't you driven out of court?
By Zhao Song?
That little brat is no match for me.
Enough talk.
I'm here today to discuss a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
Your Majesty.
Oh, you're all here.
Brother-in-law, ever since I learned to drive the train, the border markets have never lacked goods. Every nation is scrambling to trade with our Dachen.
Not only that, Your Majesty's steam engines are now used in metallurgy, papermaking, logging, and other fields. Now we produce 100,000 jin of iron ore daily, and 2 million jin of refined salt. The national treasury is overflowing. Truly, the nation prospers, and the people are strong.
That's right. The equipment for our soldiers in the barracks has been completely renewed. No longer the weaklings of the past.
Your Majesty's brilliant strategy, the plan to hold the world hostage, is nearly complete.
This is only the beginning. This world is vast. It's not just 7 kingdoms. What I want is tribute from all nations.
Your Majesty, trouble! An urgent report from the border. 800 li! Western Sha, allied with Bai Yue, Fusang, and 7 other vassal states, are gathering and marching towards our Dachen.
What? An alliance of 7 nations? Is this true?
Absolutely certain.
An alliance of 7 nations. Their forces likely number no less than 1 million. Why, of all times, are they rebelling now? What are we to do?
Your Majesty, though our treasury is full and our military strong, fighting on multiple fronts may be more than Dachen can handle.
It seems my esteemed mother hasn't been idle outside the palace.
Fear not, Your Majesty. The time has finally come. It's time for Old Han to step up. Though the 7-nation alliance is strong, this general is willing to stake his life and my Han family's 100,000 brave men to fight them to mutual destruction. To perish together!
General Han?
That won't be necessary.
Your Majesty, please let me go.
General Han's life was saved by my own strenuous efforts. How could I waste it on such a thing?
Does Your Majesty have a better plan?
A plan? It's merely an alliance of 7 nations. I need only issue an imperial decree, and the people of those 7 nations will obediently deliver their leaders' heads right to us.
Your Majesty, this 7-nation alliance is no small matter. If we underestimate them or respond poorly, Dachen could face utter ruin.
Yes, Your Majesty. I know you're brilliant and mighty, but when it comes to war, you have to get to the battlefield and get your hands dirty in real combat. This decree from Dachen, how can it possibly command the people of other nations?
My decree can. It can.
Brother-in-law, they don't believe you, but I do. I'll deliver the decree for you.
Excellent. Then this great merit shall be yours.
Your Majesty, I wish to accompany Miss Yang on this journey to ensure her safety. With an emperor like you who won't let me fight, I have to find my own chance to have some fun at the border.
Come and take a look. Come and see. Freshly arrived silk. Only 5 coins per bolt.
Want it. I want it.
I'll take all of this color.
Ever since Dachen opened this border market, life for us common folk just keeps getting better and better. The Dachen Emperor is wise! Yes! Yes!
If we didn't have this market, we'd be back to the old days.
Living that hard life again.
How could we let that happen? Nowadays, you could say, everyone can afford silk. Everyone can afford fine grains. Everyone can afford tea.
This is what you call true universal harmony. This life. How can it go backwards?
The officials are here!
Sir, has the Qian Dynasty issued some new beneficial policy?
By decree of the Qian Emperor. 7 vassal states have jointly rebelled. This is treason. Effective today, all border marketplaces are to be closed. All trade is to cease. We will no longer bestow our imperial favor upon these states.
Close the market? This can't be.
Sir, you can't close the market. We common folk depend on it for our livelihood.
We beg the Qian Emperor to reconsider this decree.
Reconsider? Impossible. Blame your own vassal state rulers. They are ungrateful, care nothing for the people, and have raised armies in rebellion. Otherwise, my sister, my sovereign, would never have issued such an order.
Listen up, all of you. From now on, no trading is permitted in our Daqian town of Tianen. The market is closed. If you have any complaints, take them up with your own rulers.
Let's go. Find our ruler.
Daqian is arrogant and overbearing. They disrupt the livelihoods of all nations. And now they've even taken my daughter. Today, our 7 nations are united. We will make them pay.
Indeed, this allied army numbers nearly 1 million. And with the Dachen Empress Dowager walking from within, we will crush Dachen in one fell swoop.
And carve up its territory.
Your Majesty!
Your Majesty, the Daqian Emperor has issued an edict. He is closing all border markets and cutting off all trade with our nations.
We are about to launch a punitive expedition. Yet the Daqian Emperor is still preoccupied with petty trade matters. It's utterly laughable.
It seems the Daqian Emperor is nothing but a short-sighted coward. Once we break into Daqian, we can take whatever we want.
Then the order. Assemble the army and march on Daqian. Our allied nations will surely take the Daqian Emperor's head and wash away our shame.
Yes, sir.
Your Majesty, the 7-nation alliance has amassed 1 million troops at our border. They are poised to strike. This is a threat to our very existence.
Your Majesty, perhaps we should send envoys to sue for peace first. Avoid their initial assault. Offer them annual tribute to survive this immediate crisis.
I will never bow to these barbarians. Your Majesty, now is not the time for reckless pride.
Exactly.
If Your Majesty has no plan, perhaps we should ask the Empress Dowager to step in. When she held power before, she had many connections with the other nations. If she intervenes, perhaps she can turn the tide for Your Majesty.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Have my own strategy.
Strategy? 7 nations are invading. What kind of strategy could a brat like you have?
Wei Yanran, you dare show your face before me? Wei Yanran, I banished you from the palace. How dare you barge into the court?
Banished from the palace? Now the armies of the 7 kingdoms are at our gates. Daqian is on the brink of collapse. Daqian is on the brink of collapse. If you have no power to turn the tide, I, as the widow of the late Emperor of Daqian, how could I stand by and do nothing?
And what makes you think these 7 vassal states will follow your lead?
Your Majesty, You are not aware of the capable officials under the Empress Dowager. Men like Li Chongjin and Zhang Qianqiu are all descendants of noble families. They have long-standing ties with the vassal royal families. If the Empress Dowager sends them to negotiate, they can surely persuade the Seven Kingdoms to withdraw.
So, the Empress Dowager has been colluding with outsiders for a long time.
Emperor, if you persist in your stubbornness, you will drag the entire Daqian to its doom with you. Right now, aside from letting me intervene, you have no other choice.
Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager speaks the truth. Given the current dire situation,
we
urge the Empress Dowager to return to the palace and take charge.
Yes, Your Majesty. The affairs of state are paramount. Please reconsider.
Preposterous! The Empress Dowager formed cliques for personal gain. She lost the trust of the people long ago. Now, in this time of crisis, she dares to force her way into court and pressure the throne? As ministers, how can you fail to distinguish right from wrong?
Empress, do you intend to stand by and watch as the Emperor stubbornly persists and destroys all of Daqian? My purpose in coming here is not to seize power. It is to save Daqian. Can't you see that?
You.
The Emperor is young and impulsive. He lacks a sense of the greater good. If today he voluntarily abdicates, it will let bygones be bygones and temporarily oversee the government. Then, through my negotiations, this national catastrophe can be averted.
Impossible.
Why not? The Empress Dowager is wise and decisive. Only this way can Daqian be saved from peril. Does General Han have a better plan?
Report! The Seven Kingdoms have sent envoys to the capital to see the Emperor.
They have arrived at the palace gates.
Report! The 7 states have sent envoys to see the Emperor in the capital. They are already outside the palace gates.
Envoys from all 7 states arriving at once. They're up to no good.
Could they be here to issue a declaration of war? To force our great Daqian to cede territory and pay reparations? To submit and offer tribute?
If that's the case,
then only
Her Majesty the Empress Dowager can salvage this situation.
Your Majesty, what are we to do now?
Emperor, do you hear that? Now that the 7 states have come together, and yet earlier you were still spouting such arrogance, talking about holding the whole world hostage. I fear we are about to be besieged. Why don't you quickly invite me to assume regency over the court?
Enough. Our great Daqian is the Celestial Empire. Our national power grows daily. Why should we need to bow our heads and sue for peace with those puny states? Let them in.
As you command.
You're on death's door and still talking tough. If you don't seek peace, must millions of common people truly be buried with you?
Buried with me? The livelihood of the realm rests entirely on Daqian. I have already issued an imperial decree to close the border markets, halting all trade. Before long, it will force the rulers of every state to their knees, begging for mercy. I ask you all, do you believe it or not? Ask you, do you believe me or not?
With a single imperial decree, you think you can repel 1 million allied troops? Zhao Song, do you truly believe you are one of those greatest emperors in history?
Greatest emperors?
Now, the armies of 7 kingdoms are at our borders. 1 million cavalry will be here in an instant. They have already sent envoys to the capital to threaten us. Yet you're still boasting that a mere piece of paper from you will make them kneel and beg for mercy. Are you treating the lives of the entire court and all the common people as a joke?
The Empress Dowager speaks wisely. Your Majesty, your so-called outrageous claim of holding the world hostage might fool a 3-year-old child, but that's about it. Now, the envoys from the 7 kingdoms are right outside the hall. War or peace, life or death is moments away. Yet your Majesty remains so stubbornly deluded. My fellow ministers, the foundation of Great Qian will likely be destroyed right here.
Your Majesty, this old minister begs you to prioritize the nation's stability. Think of all the people in the land.
Please set aside your feud with the Empress Dowager. Indeed. At this moment, only by inviting the Empress Dowager can we negotiate with the various kingdoms. We also ask your Majesty to yield. Let the Empress Dowager take charge of the situation.
You bunch of turncoats. Emperor, do you hear that? This is the will of the people. It is the inevitable trend.
The envoys from the 7 kingdoms have arrived. The rulers of each kingdom, They've come in person?
Emperor, if you still refuse to abdicate and let me step forward, then it will truly be too late. Have you all seen it, ministers? All 7 states have arrived. Even their rulers have come in person. They must be here to demand tribute from our court and cede territory. If the emperor remains obstinate, our Great Qian will face certain doom.
Oh, is that so?
Nonsense. You don't mean to say they're here to pay tribute to you?
Since the Empress Dowager is on such close terms with these 7 vassal states,
Why don't you ask them on my behalf? What brings them to the capital this time?
Esteemed rulers, I am well aware that your visit is surely due to our emperor's actions and conduct having angered our friendly neighbors, prompting you to come and demand an explanation.
Esteemed rulers, please understand. Our emperor is young and foolish, but the Empress Dowager is wise and benevolent. She can negotiate with you. As long as you withdraw your troops, all terms are open for discussion.
That's right. But the prerequisite, of course, is for the emperor to first relinquish his power.
Empress Dowager of Great Qian, you seem to be mistaken.
Mistaken? Mistaken about what? Aren't you here on behalf of your states to deliver declarations of war and ultimatums?
Of course not. We have come this time specifically to the Great Qian Emperor to plead for forgiveness and seek peace. Your Majesty of the Great Qian, the rulers of the 7 kingdoms were misled by traitors and recklessly raised armies, provoking the Celestial Empire's wrath. We, your loyal ministers, have captured them for you to await your Majesty's judgment. We humbly beseech your Majesty to calm your righteous anger and reopen the border markets to restore trade.
We implore the Great Qian Emperor to reopen the border markets
and restore trade.
How could this happen?
said that a single decree would make the rulers of every kingdom come to apologize. Do you believe me now?
How could this be? How did you even do this?
Didn't I say? That my goal is to control the world, to grasp the livelihood of all people, so that the common folk of every nation rely on the Great Qian for their food, clothing, shelter, and travel. If any minor ruler dares to defy heaven's will, this is the consequence.
Your Majesty is truly a genius, subduing the 7 kingdoms without mobilizing a single soldier. This is an unprecedented feat in all of history.
Amazing! Just as expected from my brother-in-law.
Great Qian Emperor, our Western Xia Kingdom, was the leader of this allied force. Our guilt is profound. Words cannot express our remorse. However, our ruler, Helan Lema, possesses unparalleled beauty, known as the Pearl of the Western regions.
We beg you to allow her to serve by your side.
To mend the relations between our 2 nations, Western Xia wishes to forge an everlasting peace with the Great Qian. You an everlasting peace.
Now that the rebellion has been quelled, you may return to your lands. However, the rulers of each state must remain in Great Qian as hostages. Furthermore, this year's tribute payment must be doubled. If you dare to be late, we will once again halt all trade and march to demand an answer.
We humbly obey the decree of the Great Qian Emperor. We would not dare to disobey. We humbly obey the decree of the Great Qian Emperor.
You are dismissed. Han Fei.
Your servant is here.
Those who earlier advocated for the Empress Dowager to rule are to be stripped of their posts and exiled to the borderlands to serve in the army. As for the Wei clan, for storming the palace and colluding with foreign powers with the intent to rebel, they are to be imprisoned with Qin Song and await trial and sentencing.
As you command. Take them away.
Your Majesty, spare this lowly servant's wretched life. Your Majesty, Your Majesty, Your Majesty!
Zhao, what are you doing here?
I came to see. Has this wild horse from the western regions learned to bow its head and recognize its master?
Stop putting on airs. My Western Shah has united an alliance of 7 kingdoms. We are marching on Qian. Soon, 1 million troops will be at your gates. You can barely save yourself. And yet you dare to strut around in front of me?
So you had a hand in this. But how can you be so sure that this alliance of 7 kingdoms can actually defeat me?
If you know what's good for you, you should kneel and bow before me. Then I might even take you into my palace and spare your miserable life.
Ha ha ha! Very well. I hope you'll be just as confident later. Bring them in. Hurry up!
Hurry up!
What are you doing here?
Daughter, the 7-state alliance has fallen.
What?
How could this happen? How could this happen?
Helen Lemma. I see you still have some sense. I'll give you one last chance. Become my pawn in ruling the world. A chess piece. Now kneel down. Submit to me. Do you yield or not?
Willingly submit.
Your Majesty, the 7 kingdoms have submitted. The border threats have temporarily subsided. What is the next step? The next step? What are your plans?
The next step? Naturally, it is to continue perfecting my grand plan to mobilize the entire empire. Lay railroads, open mines, develop industry. Let the roar of steam engines echo across the 4 seas. To bring Daqian an unprecedented golden age.
Your Majesty's grand vision fills my heart with longing. However, such sweeping changes are bound to threaten the interests of the majority, especially the late Empress Dowager's former faction, the conservative nobles. If they were to retaliate in secret later, it could be detrimental to Your Majesty.
What is there to fear? Wei Yanran is already in the imperial prison. The rest are just small fish. They cannot accomplish anything significant.
Open attacks are easy to dodge, but hidden arrows are hard to guard against. What I fear is that they might resort to underhanded assassination attempts.
Even if there are countless obstacles, I will press on. As long as my decrees can be implemented, bringing prosperity to the people and strength to Daqian, even if I must sacrifice my life for the empire. Hush!
Your Majesty must not say such inauspicious words.
Empress. What are you? Worried about me?
Well, of course. Now that the realm is newly stabilized, Your Majesty is the sole remaining imperial bloodline. This concerns the foundation of the state. Your Majesty cannot afford the slightest mishap.
In that case, then I shall strive to produce many heirs, to secure the stability of the realm.
What? Your Majesty, what are you doing? This is the imperial study.
What of the imperial study? Didn't you just say, Empress, that the most urgent matter is to continue the imperial bloodline?
Well, what?
Brother-in-law, trouble, big trouble. Someone broke into the prison and rescued Wei Yanran. She's fled to the Jin kingdom. Sis, brother-in-law, do you guys normally play this wild?
You're saying Wei Yanran was rescued?
Yes, just now. A group of people took Wei Yanran and fled the capital, heading north. Brother-in-law, what do we do now? Wei Yanran knows our Daqian's affairs intimately. Now she's defected to the Jin. The consequences will be endless.
Your Majesty, Xiao'er is absolutely right. Wei Yanran is ruthless. She's long held a deep grudge against the court. If she colludes with the Jin, she'll become a major threat. Your Majesty must dispatch troops to intercept her immediately.
Don't panic. This move is also part of my plan.
Brother-in-law, what do you mean this is also part of your plan? Are you saying the Empress Dowager's escape was arranged by you?
Of course. Earlier, I issued an edict forbidding Wei Yanran from entering the palace grounds. Yet she still came and went freely. She even came to court to question me. That means, within this court, she still has spies. I might as well use this opportunity to uproot all her hidden agents within the palace.
Brilliant, brother-in-law.
Report! Your Majesty, the investigation is complete. The spies who rescued Wei Yanran have all been eliminated by this general. And as Your Majesty ordered, we deliberately let Wei Yanran escape so she would seek refuge with the Jin.
Letting the tiger return to the mountain. What is Your Majesty's intention this time?
Now, our Daqian has initially gained control over the lifelines of various nations. We've made the upper nobility of all countries see the profit to be gained, binding them to us. However, human nature is greedy and fears power. Offering only carrots isn't enough. We need to wield the stick as a warning.
The stick? Who gets hit with the stick? Is it the Jin?
Correct. I intend to make an example of the Jin. Kill the chicken to scare the monkey. To make the Jin become my sacrifice to hold the whole world hostage. Only then will everyone under heaven know those who submit to Daqian shall prosper. Those who defy Daqian shall perish.
Empress Dowager of Daqian, you personally promised to show utmost sincerity. Only then did my Great Jin dispatch our most elite death warriors to risk their lives and pull you out of that imperial prison.
Rest assured, Great Khan. Now that I have come, the sincerity I bring will surely satisfy you.
Oh?
Great Khan, please look at this map. It details the northern border of Daqian and the capital region. It marks the major passes, military deployments, and a secret path that bypasses all the main defensive lines and leads straight to the heartland.
Can this path really strike at the heart and raid Daqian's capital?
To ensure success, I ask the Great Khan to first order General Wan Yanzong to launch a massive, full-scale assault on Jubet City.
Jubet City, a crucial trade fortress on Daqian's northern border.
Exactly. If it comes under attack, Zhao Song will surely send his main forces north to reinforce it. By then, the heartland will be left vulnerable. Then, you personally lead your elite troops, with me as your guide, traveling light and fast, and we can take Daqian's capital in one fell swoop. By the time that brat Zhao Song realizes he's been tricked, the capital will already be fallen and the situation decided. Even if he has heaven-defying tricks, it'll be too late to turn things around.
Great Khan, Empress Dowager Wei's plan is feasible. When Zhao Song realizes the trap, the capital will be lost. The outcome will be sealed. No matter how capable he is, he won't be able to reverse it.
Good. We'll do it. Muster the troops immediately. This time, I will ensure Daqian is utterly destroyed.
Yes. Zhao Song. When Daqian falls, I will tear you to pieces.
Your Majesty! Wang Yinggu is personally leading 200,000 troops. The situation is critical. We urgently request the court to send reinforcements.
The Jin. They're back again? We just had a few days of peace.
Is heaven determined to destroy our Great Qian?
200,000 troops.
200,000 troops!
Though Fortress Jubet is strong,
fear it cannot hold for long.
What's there to panic about? Since the Jin dare to come, we'll just fight them back.
Your Majesty, you must not. The Jin forces are formidable. Their cavalry is fierce. If we start a war, it may not be a wise course of action.
Indeed, Your Majesty. Our treasury is full now. Why must we resort to arms again? It's better to send envoys to negotiate peace, offer them gold and silk, and temporarily cease hostilities. That is the superior strategy.
Who are these two?
Your Majesty, these two gentlemen are Left Chancellor Zhuang Sun and Right Chancellor Fan Jian. They were specially appointed by the late Emperor as Your Majesty's guiding ministers.
The left and right chancellors. High-ranking ministers equal to Qin Song. Why haven't I seen them before?
It's quite normal that Your Majesty doesn't know them. After all, these two ministers are the leading figures among the peace faction. When the Jin troops marched south, they fled faster than anyone. They claimed illness and went south early. Now, hearing of Your Majesty's diligent governance, they recovered and returned to court just days ago.
Your Majesty, the urgent matter at hand is to discuss how much tribute we should give the Jin. Only then can we show Great Qian's sincerity in seeking peace.
Chancellor Fan speaks wisely. The amount of annual tribute needs careful consideration. Too little may displease the Jin. Too much harms our nation's foundation.
Pay tribute? Pay nothing! The Jin bandits are wolves with insatiable greed. They repeatedly invade our borders, slaughter our people. Now that I have enriched the state and strengthened the army, I seek to wash away this shame. Their coming to our doorstep is just perfect timing. This time, I will annihilate the Jin bandits' state. Anyone who speaks of peace again will end up like this candle.
The available troops in the camp and surrounding areas have been tallied, totaling 50,000, and are ready to march to Jubet City at any time.
What? 50,000? General Han, the Jin claim to have 200,000 cavalry, all seasoned warriors. Our army faces them with only 50,000. With such a disparity in numbers, what chance do we have?
Your Majesty, please understand. Previously, the 7 states rebelled. Most of our elite forces have been sent to the border to suppress them and have not yet returned. In haste, we truly only have 50,000 reserve troops left.
Your Majesty, the Jin are already fierce. Now they outnumber us. I am truly worried.
It's fine. Minister Han, how is the progress on that secret weapon of mine?
Your Majesty, the drawings you provided, though intricate and complex, were fortunately overseen personally by Minister Yang. With the craftsmen working day and night, they have been completed on schedule.
Good! With this divine weapon in hand, not to mention 200,000 Jin troops, even if another 200,000 come, what do I have to fear? This battle, our Great Qian will surely triumph.
Your Majesty.
Han Fei, convey my decree. For this expedition, take Zhuang, Sun, Fan, and Jian, and all ministers who fear battle and are cowardly, bring them all with you. Not a single one left behind. Want them to see that the Jin troops are not flood or beasts, and through this battle, completely crush those in the court who would surrender without a fight, the little darlings. Let the world know what it truly means to be the Celestial Empire. Those who offend our Great Qian, though far, shall be punished.
Your Majesty, if you have made up your mind, then I will go with you.
And me. And me. And me.
With unity between high and low, and shared hatred for the enemy, our Great Qian will surely win this battle.
Your Majesty, by my reckoning, the Jin army will be here soon.
Whoa. You on the wall, are you the Emperor of Qian? Since you know it is I, why haven't you dismounted and knelt?
Kneel? Zhao Song, you brat. You're about to die, yet you still dare to talk big. Behold the mighty lions of Jin. Where their iron hooves tread, not a blade of grass grows. If you know what's good for you, open the gates quickly, bind yourself, and surrender. I might be merciful and leave you with a whole corpse.
Wan Yenzong, it is you who should surrender. Hand over Wei Yanran at once. Then have your Khan come personally to my capital of Great Qian, kowtow 9 times, and pledge allegiance. Then I might consider sparing your Jin ancestral temples from destruction.
Your Majesty, the Jin forces are formidable. You must not indulge in empty bravado.
Yes, Your Majesty. We have only 50,000 troops. How can we provoke this 200,000-strong army?
Well, well. What an ignorant, reckless brat. You dare insult our Great Jin and blaspheme the heavenly might of our Khan? You truly have a death wish. Zhao Song, you brat. I swear that after we breach Jubet City, I will slaughter every single person inside, regardless of official or commoner.
Pile their bodies into a mound of corpses.
And offer them as a sacrifice to our Jin banners.
Your Majesty, the Jin army has 200,000 troops. Their cavalry is at our gates. We only have... How can you take your anger out on him like this? Isn't this a death wish?
Indeed, Your Majesty. If you retract your words now, there might still be time. We should defend the city to the death and wait for reinforcements.
Your Majesty, what's all this panic?
For this battle.
I have prepared a secret weapon.
Secret weapon? Your Majesty, the Jin forces outnumber us several times over. Even with divine weapons, how can we possibly defeat an army of 200,000?
Yes, Your Majesty. Perhaps we should retreat now. As long as we survive, we can fight another day.
Retreat? It's Wanyan Zong who should be running. General Han.
Your servant is here.
Make haste and prepare. We march out to meet the enemy.
As you command.
March out to meet the enemy? Your Majesty, are you serious?
Your Majesty, you must not.
Your Majesty, even if General Han is valiant, we should defend from within the city walls. Wait for the enemy's momentum to fade, then plan a counterattack.
Yes, Your Majesty. They outnumber us. Leaving the city is like throwing eggs at a rock.
General, the north gate of Jubei City is opening.
The Qian army seems to be taking the initiative.
You little brat, Zhao Song. You must have been born a fool.
Men,
prepare to charge into Jubei City. Take their money, their grain, and their women.
We're doomed.
Doomed! We're all doomed!
Your Majesty, you've lost your mind.
What's all this panic? General Han.
Your servant is here. What is this thing? Your Majesty intends to use this to face the enemy.
Your Majesty, this object is exceptionally heavy. How can it be used in field battles?
Young Zhao Song, I thought you had some grand trick up your sleeve. Turns out, it's just a lump of iron wrapped in sheet metal. Huh? Do you plan to use it to ram us to death? You're as dumb as a pig.
Your Majesty, although you possess unparalleled talent, you are still too young and impetuous, underestimating the enemy and advancing recklessly. Our great Qian, today we shall fall.
Oh no, this time, we truly have nowhere to run.
Brother-in-law, if in a moment, your secret weapon
proves useless,
will lead our family troops in a desperate fight against the enemy. You take my sister and retreat quickly through the south gate. The Yang family has been loyal for generations. We will never allow your majesty to be captured here.
Oh, little sister, we will absolutely not abandon you.
Empress, sister-in-law, I know you two sisters share a deep bond, but I've brought out this tank. There's no doubt about the outcome of this battle.
All troops, form ranks. Prepare to follow me and crush these clueless Daqian fools.
We're finished. Finished. It's all over.
It seems you have no understanding whatsoever of the power of technology.
Charge!
All troops, heed my command. I'm here.
Fire!
Fire!
Charge!
This? What kind of divine weapon is this?
Your Majesty is truly divine. The Jin army is about to collapse.
Brother-in-law, your secret weapon is just too incredible.
See? The Jin cavalry, before us, are nothing but clay chickens and pottery dogs.
Brother-in-law, I want to try driving one too. I want to go fight the Jin dogs as well.
Nonsense. We have not yet taught you. This is no child's play.
Brother-in-law, I've driven a train before. No matter how hard this tank is to drive, can it be harder than a train that travels 1,000 miles a day? Can it? Brother-in-law, I'm begging you. Please, let me try, brother-in-law.
Deal. Next time for sure. Next time, deal.
Thank you, brother-in-law. Long live my brother-in-law.
Wanyanzong, what is your crime?
Crime? The victor is king, the loser a bandit. What crime does this prince have? Zhao Song.
Don't celebrate too soon.
You're at death's door, and you still dare to be stubborn?
Little brat Zhao Song. Do you really think you've won? You're too naive.
What do you mean?
You have fallen into our trap.
We've been tricked.
What are you talking about?
You're talking nonsense.
Might as well tell you now. My attack on Jubei City is just a feint. The real purpose is to tie down the main forces of your Qian kingdom. The true elite of our Great Jin, the Ti Futu, were guided by the Empress Dowager and led by the Great Khan to bypass the mountain passes through a secret path.
They are heading straight for your capital.
What? The capital?
They set out 10 days ago.
They've already left. By now, they'll probably arrive and lay siege to the city tomorrow. Your capital is defenseless, leaderless. How can you possibly resist our Great Jin elite? Once the capital falls, the Great Qian will fall into chaos.
We're finished.
If the capital is lost, the Great Qian is doomed.
Your Majesty, quickly, quickly! Order the troops to return and defend the capital, Your Majesty.
You think of turning back your army now? It's too late. How long will it take you to march from Jubei City back to the capital? Even if you march day and night? At the fastest, it will take half a month. By then, the banners of our Great Jin will already be flying over your entire Qian capital.
Lure the tiger out of the mountains.
I've known all along.
What did you say?
You knew?
If I hadn't come here, how could they have dared to leave their nest empty and boldly sneak attack my capital?
Bluffing. How could you possibly know?
Earlier, you asked me how long it took to get here from the capital.
Wasn't it half a month?
At the fastest.
At the fastest, it would take 10...
At the fastest, it would take 10 days.
You're trying to trick me.
It's my fault for leaving late. I only just arrived here from the capital yesterday.
What did you say? Yesterday?
Sis, go prepare the carriage. I'm going to take him for a nice little ride.
Yes, Your Majesty.
That Zhao Song brat. He fell right into our trap. Right now, he's probably still stuck at the foot of Jubei City, tangled up with Wanyanzong's forces. He's not getting away.
Great Khan. Zhao Song is likely already dead at the hands of General Wanyanzong.
Report! Great Khan.
The capital's defenses are sparse. The city walls are barely manned. It's practically undefended.
Excellent. Pass down the order. Prepare to assault the city.
Yes!
Once I breach the Daqian capital, all its gold, silver, treasures, women, and palaces will be ours for the taking.
Great Khan, do not forget. If Zhao Song is still alive, after we take the capital, we must organize our troops and wait, rested and ready, to ambush him and his men when they rush back in panic.
Of course. Once Zhao Song is dead, I will completely seize this Central Plains Empire. When that time comes, I will surely appoint you as Empress Dowager Regent. We will share this realm.
This Daqian Empire of Zhao Song's. If I cannot have it, I will destroy it before I let you take it.
My warriors! After the city falls, 3 days of unbridled pillage. You are free to burn, kill, and plunder. Indulge your every desire.
Kill, 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 kill!
What is this?
How did you get to my capital without even saying hello first?
Brother-in-law, this big iron beast is a blast to drive.
No, that's impossible. You should be in Jubei City. How are you here?
Zhao Song. Are you man or ghost?
I am most certainly human. But you frogs at the bottom of a well. Have no idea. But yesterday, I boarded a train.
And returned early to wait for your arrival.
Impossible. The train tracks only go to the border towns. How could they reach the capital?
Wei Yanran have taken control of this.
Do you think these roads don't all lead to our Great Qian capital?
How can this be? How could my plan have failed?
Empress Dowager Wei, this was your idea. What do we do now?
Wait, Great Khan. Even if it is Zhao Song, your elite troops are fierce and skilled. You still outnumber him.
Seize this chance to capture the Emperor of Qian and take the capital.
Empress Dowager Wei is right. What if the Zhao Song returns? With just these iron contraptions, you think they can stop our Great Jin cavalry?
Wanyangu, your Jin elite forces are deep in the heart of Great Qian territory. You hold no cities. Your supplies are cut off. Surrender now, and I might spare your life.
Great Khan, don't listen to his lies.
Men, prepare for battle. Take the head of the Great Qian Emperor and be granted a fiefdom of 10,000 households.
10,000 households!
Brother-in-law, why are you still talking to them? Let me fire the cannons already. I can't wait to give that Wei Yanran a taste of my fire.
Since they refuse to see reason, I shall reduce them to ashes.
Attack!
Attack!
Fire the cannons!
Understood. Fire!
The Wei clan. Do you know your crimes?
Your Majesty, have mercy! Your Majesty! My Lord General. Have mercy! Your Majesty, have mercy!
By my decree, the traitor Wei Yanran and Qin Song are sentenced to death. Exterminate their 3 clans. The Jin chieftain Wan Yangu and Wan Yanzong shall be beheaded as a public example. Their heads will be paraded across the 9 frontiers. Let this serve as a warning. Their tribe is ordered to submit and pay tribute to the Great Qian for all eternity. If they dare to rebel again, they will be wiped out, root and branch.
Understood. Take them. Take them away.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Your Majesty, have mercy! Your Majesty, have mercy! Your Majesty! Your Majesty, have mercy! Your Majesty!
The matter of the traitors is settled. Now it is time to reward the meritorious. Minister Yang Zhen is loyal and devoted to the state. He is also a man of high virtue, a model for all officials. He is hereby promoted to Prime Minister. He is promoted to Prime Minister. Effective immediately, he is promoted to Prime Minister. He shall oversee all state affairs and assist me in governing the realm.
This old servant kowtows in gratitude for your Majesty's grace.
General Han Fei,
your servant is here.
Your loyalty and bravery are unmatched. You protected the throne and quelled the rebellion. You have repeatedly distinguished yourself in battle. You are hereby enfeoffed as the great general who guards the state. Enfeoffed as the great general who guards the state. Effective immediately, you are enfeoffed as the great general who guards the state. You shall command all military forces of the realm. You are granted an iron certificate of merit.
Thank your Majesty for this great honor.
Brother-in-law, what about me? What about me? I contributed too. Driving trains and tanks, I put in a lot of effort.
As for you, you shall go to the Ministry of Works. Go and make some new contraptions, such as luxury carriages that travel 1,000 miles a day, or extravagantly luxurious pleasure boats.
Carriages? Pleasure boats? What are those? I don't really understand, but if my brother-in-law wants me to make them, they must be good things. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Empress, all matters are settled. Regarding that unfinished business in the imperial study last time. This time, we'll not let anyone disturb us.
Oh, Your Majesty.
How shameless.
We are still in the court hall.
Court is dismissed.
We respectfully see off Your Majesty and Her Majesty the Empress. Long live Your Majesty.